How to balance a chemical equation? Here is the chemical equation. That is iron plus water gives ferric oxide Fe3O4 plus H2. बैलेंस्ड का मतलब होता है इक्वल एटम होने चाहिए ऑन बोथ द साइड्स. कोई मेथड नहीं होता बैलेंस करने का. यूज़ हीट एंड ट्रायल मेथड. Like here in the reactant, iron is present only 1 and here is iron is 3. So you have to multiply both the sides by using heat and trial method. That's here in the table you can see that the element iron, hydrogen and oxygen, these are the elements which are involved in this chemical equation. Here iron is the one, the multiply by 3 is equal to 3 and in the product iron is what, 3. So in the reactant we multiply the iron with the 3 is equal to 3. Here you can see that iron is balanced. Next is hydrogen. Hydrogen in reactant is 2, here is 2 and here is also the 2, but oxygen is 1 and oxygen is a 4. First of all we have to balance the both sides of oxygen, so we can multiply the reactant of oxygen by the 4 is equal to 4 and here the product is a 4. Then the hydrogen is what, 2 multiply 4 is equal to 8 and in the product 2 into 4 is equal to 8. It means here hydrogen is also balanced on the both the sides. From the activity 1.1, this activity I have taken from the NCERT book. Magnesium plus oxygen gives MgO. This reaction is not the balance and we have discussed in the previous video this reaction which is not the chemically balanced is called skeleton chemical equation. The second one is, this is the balanced one, this is called balanced chemical equation. Next is, why do we need to balance a chemical equation? Number 1, the law of conservation of mass. What is law of conservation of mass? Matter can neither be created nor be destroyed in a chemical reaction. So, number of elements involved in chemical reaction should remain the same at reactant and product sides. Next is types of chemical reaction. The first one is the combination reaction. The reaction in which two or more reactants combine to form a single product. For example, burning of coal. There is the carbon plus O2 gives the CO2. Formation of water, H2 plus O2 gives the water. These are the examples of the combination reaction. The next reaction is decomposition reaction. In this reaction, a compound split into two or more substances is called decomposition reaction. Here, A is the reactant and it will be break down in the two products that give B plus the C. Types of the decomposition reaction: thermal decomposition reaction, electrolytic decomposition, photolysis decomposition. The first one is thermal decomposition. When decomposition is carried out by heating, thermal means is heating. For example, calcium carbonate is heated, gives the calcium oxide plus CO2. Electrolytic decomposition. When decomposition is carried out by passing electricity. For example, water in liquid state, electric current is passed, gives H2 gas and O2 gas. Next is photolysis decomposition. When decomposition is carried out in the presence of sunlight. Silver chloride in the presence of sunlight gives silver plus chloride. Above reaction is used in black and white photography. And the next reaction is displacement reaction. This is the most important reaction, displacement reaction. The reaction in which more reactant element displaces less reactive element from its solution. For example, iron in solid form plus copper sulfate in aqueous gives the FeSO4 aqueous plus copper. Here in the test tube, we take the copper sulfate solution which is in the blue color and we kept in a nail in it, keel जिसको बोलते हैं, and after some time we can see that the color change, the solution changes its own color and becomes green from the blue color. Only copper is left. SO4 nail पर चला जाता है. and nail color also change due to the formation of layer of sulfate. Fourth is double decomposition reaction, a reaction in which compounds are formed by mutual exchange of ions. Mutual exchange of ions between the two compounds. Na2SO4, that is sodium sulfate plus barium chloride, gives the barium sulfate plus sodium chloride. Next is precipitate. It is an insoluble solid that emerges from a liquid solution. Fifth is oxidation and reduction. Oxidation is the addition of oxygen to substance, the removal of hydrogen from a substance. Reduction, the addition of hydrogen to substance, the removal of oxygen from a solution. For example, copper plus O2 gives the oxidation because here is the addition of oxygen in copper. Copper oxide plus H2 gives the copper plus H2. In this reaction, both oxidation and reduction occur simultaneously, and this is called the redox reaction. This is called the redox reaction. Next is effects of oxidation in daily life. Number one effect is corrosion. When a metal is exposed to substance such as moisture, air, water, acid, etc. for some time, a layer of oxide is formed which weakens the metal, hence metal said to be corrode. For example, rusting of iron, black coating on silver, green coating of copper. पेंटिंग एंड ग्रीसिंग से corrosion होने से बचा सकते हैं. अगर आपको कोरोजन होने से बचाना है, जंग ना लगे, तो आपको क्या करना है, पेंट कर सकते हो या ग्रीसिंग कर सकते हो, उससे आपका जंग नहीं लगता. सेकेंड इज रन एसिडिटी. द ऑक्सीडेशन ऑफ फैट्स एंड ऑयल व्हेन एक्सपोज टू एयर इज कॉल्ड रेनेसिटी. इट लीड्स टू बैड स्मेल एंड बैड टेस्ट ऑफ फूड. Chemical reaction also classify on the basis of temperature. First is exothermic reaction, the reaction in which heat is released along with the formation of product called exothermic reaction. For example, burning of natural gas, CH4 plus O2 gives the CO2 plus water and the heat. Endothermic reaction, the reaction which require energy in the form of heat, light and electricity called endothermic reaction. Thank you.